Hey everyone, welcome back to the channel. Today we have a fun project to take your Minecraft server to the next level. This is a completely free and easy way to configure Dynamic DNS, or aka DDNS. Now this is what you typically see with other public Minecraft servers such as Hypixel. Notice how instead of an IP address to join, you enter in a URL to join the server. That's exactly what we will be configuring on your server today. Now there are several different ways to do this and different providers. Most of them require you to buy a domain and set all of that up on the back end and then set it up on your server. So I found using DuckDNS to be the simplest approach, or you might be in a weird case where if you're self-hosting a Minecraft server and you can't get a static IP address, and if you're sick of giving out a different public IP address to your friends to join the server, this will solve that problem for you. What DuckDNS will do is it'll take your domain that you create and associate it with the IP address. Now, if that IP address isn't static and it changes, that won't matter. DuckDNS will still associate it and update it accordingly. So that way you don't have to constantly give your friends a different public IP address. You just give them the URL and you're set. So today I'm going to be using my Oracle Cloud Minecraft server and DuckDNS for this configuration, and I will add all the links in the video description below to the Oracle Cloud login page, to DuckDNS, how to install Cron, and how to install curl. One thing to note, if you already have a Minecraft server of your own, you can set this up on multiple different platforms. I will be covering Ubuntu Linux in this tutorial, but if you have a Windows server or a different distribution of Linux, you can still set this up yourself. DuckDNS can be configured on a lot of different platforms. You can even set it up on routers and stuff like that. If you haven't watched my previous video on how to create your own Oracle Cloud Minecraft server and you would like to do that first, I would highly recommend watching that video first and then coming back to this one. And even if you have had your own server for a while, I would highly suggest going through and looking at the timestamps in that video. I cover a broad things of how to set up the server, how to maintain it, and even some weird instances like if you have to restore from a backup or something like that. I cover all that sort of stuff in the video, so there's a broad range of information within it that could be beneficial. But first things first, we need to go to duckdns.org and you need to enter in the domain name that you want here in the subdomain box. So if you have a particular name that you want your server to go by or anything like that, you want to enter that name here. So for example, I just put in Vault Breakers for mine, so that's what I will be sharing with people in order to join the server. Now when you click add domain, the current IP will be your local IP for your network. If you have a different public IP, then you will need to enter it here. In my case, I mentioned I had the Oracle Cloud server, so it has a different public IP. So I just entered that here, and then you click update IP, and it'll associate with that IP going forward. So now I will SSH into my server, and we will set up DuckDNS on the server itself. Now that I'm logged into the server, I'm going to change directory to my Minecraft server folder where I have all the files stored. So if I list out all the directories, you can see all the server files. You know, you've got the user JVM args text file, you got the run file, all that sort of stuff here. So now we need to go back to DuckDNS, and you need to go to the install tab here at the top. Once you're on the install tab, DuckDNS has changed this process a lot and made it a lot simpler since I first configured it. When you're logged in and you click on the install tab, it'll have you select the domain that you created, and then it will pre-populate your token ID and everything within the script that they're going to have us set up. So all you have to do going forward to set this up is just copy and paste all this sort of stuff. Obviously you want to select the platform that you're on. We're going to be using the Linux cron tutorial here. First things first, they want you to make sure you have cron and curl installed. With a Oracle Cloud server, these are not installed by default, so we will need to install them. So in order to install cron, we just run sudo apt install cron. Press enter. Now cron will be used to set up an automatic script for DuckDNS to check the current IP address and update it. So we need to adjust that. So we'll do sudo systemctl enable cron. After that, we need to install curl. So we'll do sudo apt install curl. After that, they're going to have us make a new directory called DuckDNS. So we'll do mkdir. And then we'll just name it DuckDNS. If I list out the directories, you can see it listed right here. We'll change directories to the DuckDNS folder. I list it out, it's empty. The install tutorial that DuckDNS has covers VI, but I am more familiar with Nano, so I'm going to be showing you how to configure this with Nano. So we'll do nano duck.sh. Once we have Nano open, all we need to do is copy and paste this script into here. Now there's one thing to note, when you copy and paste it, it is not going to populate the file path. So if you are like me and you have a different folder where DuckDNS resides, you need to add that file path here. So in my case, you know, it's Minecraft-forge-server, and then we added the DuckDNS folder as well. And this needs to be accurate because DuckDNS is going to try to create a log file to test if this is working or not. So it's very important to make sure that this file path is where the DuckDNS folder is created. Now, once you have the correct file path within the script, we just need to paste it into here, and then we'll do Control X, Y to save it, and then Enter to close. Now we need to change the permissions to the duck.sh script. So we'll do chmod 700 duck.sh. Now we need to set up cron tab to run the script every 5 minutes. What this does is it will have DuckDNS check in every 5 minutes. So we'll do cron tab -E. Now it will say that cron tab isn't currently running, so you'll have to select a number 1 through 4. I just selected 1, and they'll have you copy and paste this text into the bottom of it. And once it's pasted, you do the same thing to exit like we did with Nano. You just do Control X, Y, Enter to save. Now we just need to test the script. So we'll do /duck.sh. As you can see, it checked in, so we're good there. Then we want to check that log file just as a final check to make sure it's working. So we'll do cat duck.log. As you can see here on the left side, it says OK. If you're getting KO, then that means you need to check your token and domain are correct. But like I said, if you're logged into DuckDNS, this should just be copy and paste. If you're still getting the error, make sure that file path is correct. Now that we have DuckDNS set up on the server, we'll go ahead and run the server. So we'll go back, do /run.sh. We'll fire up the server real quick, and I'll show you how to use the URL to join. I just want to give a quick shout out to all the support on my previous video. Thank you guys so much. And if this video has provided value to you, I really appreciate it if you would like and subscribe. Now that our Minecraft server is up and running, we'll just go to multiplayer, and you'll just need to add a server. I've already got one set up here, so we'll just edit it. Now you'll need to type in the subdomain name that you set up on DuckDNS here, followed by the port number. So in my case, it was Vault Breakers, and you'll have to enter duckdns.org, followed by the colon, and then the port number. So my port number is 25569. We'll click done. And if we just click refresh, you can see it's up and running. So we'll just go ahead and join the server. As you can see, I've joined the server just fine using the DuckDNS instead of the public IP address. Thanks everybody for watching. I really appreciate all the love and support you guys have provided to the channel so far. If you guys have any issues with this, drop them in the comments below and I will do my best to help out. And if you guys have anything else you would like me to cover, drop them in the comments below. Until then, I hope you guys have a wonderful day and I'll catch you in the next one.
I mean, this is epic right here, man.